Hello Instagram, we're here for our lunch chat. Hello Facebook, everyone. Hello. This is our lunch chat on connecting. So in the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'm gonna be live here, just talking to you about stuff that actually elements, five things that helped me to go through my life's transformations, and also what I use to teach other and help others to consider in their own journeys and their own challenges. As we're gathering, I'm just going to say hi to everyone. Hello. Hi, I am very good. Thank you, Soknich. I'm very good today. Feeling really good. It's a beautiful day here in Franklin. It's very warm, and yeah, ready to go. Before I do anything else, I just want to make two disclaimers. Disclaimer number one is that I am not a therapist, I'm not a theologian, I'm not a scientist, and so anything that I do in my inspirational talks, in my inspirational presentations, in my course is purely from a position of an artist, a seeker, a life journeyer, and a life coach. One of the most important things that I received in my coaching training at the Radiant Institute, Radiant Coaching Academy, was that as a coach, we don't give advice, we only listen and ask the questions so you can and support you on your journey. All right, disclaimer number two is that I'm not selling anything. Okay, this is not one of those sessions where at the end I'm gonna keep some secrets and then make you pay to buy something. I do encourage you to go to my website where you can sign up for my mailing list. I send out weekly newsletters on Saturday mornings, and you can also download my ebook, which is called Awaken to Joy and Purpose, and it goes through the 5 elements of transformation. It really is another just inspiration and the pieces of information that I gathered on my own life's journey. And then I do have a course, but the course doesn't really reveal any secrets. It's really more of the same, just on a more in-depth level. I do offer one-on-one coaching in there, and that's when I'm not busy. So I only can take very few coaching clients. And then finally, my cruise is where transformation actually most often happens, and live events. And you're all welcome to check it out and join me on either one of those live events, or come on the cruise with me. Yes, so today's topic of transformation is going to be connecting. All right, but before we connect, let's connect to each other. All right, so hello Instagram, hello Facebook. Let's see, Candice, hi, I love you, girlfriend. I can't wait to see you. Tomislav from Osijek, my long friend, I love you. John from West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, yay. Say hi to Shirley. Marty, yes, hello Marty. All those wonderful people, you're all here. So we're gonna just go right, hey, okay, Tomislav from Osijek. Oh, by the way, my favorite Croatian singer, Mija Dimšić, just released a video called Moj grad about Osijek. It's a beautiful, beautiful Croatian city. All the cities in Croatia are beautiful. Not because of the buildings, but really because of people and people's souls. So I noticed there was somebody from Serbia. So here we're connecting. All right, we're connecting with each other, and today's topic is connecting. So let's get into it. When we're talking about connecting, sometimes first of all, we have to know what we're talking about. What is the purpose of connecting? Right now, we just connected to each other. It's very important people connect to each other when we want to have a discussion, or we want to have some sort of relationship or something, dialogue, or simply to connect. Now, when we're talking about life changes, situations and goals in life that we want us to bring change, now we have to know what do we have to connect with and what do we have to disconnect with. So, first of all, if my intention is to this year be better about walking every day, well, it's not going to help me to connect with people on Facebook. What's going to help me is to disconnect from distractions and connect into my why, into my intention. Why do I want to develop a healthy habit? Because I want to feel good, because I want to be around for my children, because I want to be healthy, because I want to have energy so I can do the things that I love, like singing and performing and doing presentations and taking people on a cruise to Croatia. Pozdrav iz Zagreba, Violeta. Hvala puno, pozdrav iz Nashville i vama. So, connecting to your goal and to your intention. One of the examples I like to bring up often is athletes. Athletes have such a great way to connect with their goal, with seeing themselves winning, with really like exercising mentally, running through that finish line. I interviewed on my show Waking Up in America, I interviewed an athlete who said she had to, she could see herself making that goal, making that basket, and then it would happen. So connecting with the goal, what do you want to happen? For me as an artist, every time I perform, I want to connect with my audience. All right? Again, we have to know what are we connecting with and why. When we're working on a life transformation, it's easier to connect with how we want to feel once we get to the other side of that transformation, rather than to connect with exactly what it's going to be like, what it's going to look like. So, for example, when I was little, I always had this intention. I didn't see myself as a famous star, a pop star, but I always had an intention. I always saw myself singing and affecting people. Sometimes it was a different stage. Often it was not even a stage. It was, I don't know, a hotel, a resort, a theater. It didn't matter. But what I connected with was the passion inside and the intention, what I felt I wanted to happen. And it did. I have to tell you, I didn't go to sleep. I never went to sleep without practicing that connecting to my mental vision, to my intention of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to feel and how I wanted to be. So that's the first step in connecting. One side of connecting. The other side of connecting is, I'm going to bring you to it. When I am on stage and I'm connecting with my my passion, my, what I like to call it, purpose, my true self. I love singing, and through singing I get to really give of myself the best I can, and the best I know how to. And I am completely surrendered. I connect with this deep, deep side of me, who I am, with my intention, with my, you can call it purpose, and then I let go. My, prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that likes to be in control, kind of just disappears. It kind of, well, that doesn't disappear, it's still there, but it allows the room for me to surrender and to get into the, what some people call flow of energy, flow of just being, flow of love. Some people call it God, God's Holy Spirit. You've heard many times people say, I was just guided by the Holy Spirit. I was completely in the Holy Spirit. That's all. That's I think the same thing. So by surrendering and through connecting and surrendering that need to control the outcome, we get to connect with our God or higher power or love, life force, the energy of love, creativity, all of it. And that's the cool part. And the combination of those two makes a good foundation, good beginning to make that transformation in your life that you desire, that change. Whether it's losing weight, building some healthy habits, getting out of a toxic, unhealthy relationship, whether it's your own personal things, like I want to embrace myself and begin to accept myself as I am. For example, a few years ago, I was training myself to believe that I'm not ugly without makeup. It took me a whole summer, and I will talk about that in another session. So, any of those changes that we want to see happen, or even if it's something in business, let's say I want to create a successful project. The first element is to connect. Connect with your goal, your vision, your intention. A ship has to have the destination. Otherwise, it will just go from port to port and never arrive. It's fun to be on the ocean. If you've been on the cruise with us, John, right? It's wonderful to sail, but you never get to the destination if you don't know where it is or if you don't connect with it. And then surrender your control enough to connect with the higher power, with God. That will then guide you and provide the true support, provide the energy, provide that grit, provide that, yes, I can do this. Yeah, that's it. And I'll just say one more thought connected to the connecting is that when we do this, then we see this power, God, love, life energy revealed in everything around us and how it supports us. I have a lot of friends who now support me after my husband's passing. I have a great community of people. I have my mom, I have my friends. We're all blessed to have someone. And if you feel alone, well, I encourage you, connect with who you are inside, embrace it, trust it, and then surrender, right? Don't think about it too much, and connect with God or life force or higher power. Connect, and then that will open you up, and you will be able to connect with other people and not create, because we all have the support system already, but become aware of it. We're all connected all the time. I breathe the same oxygen as you do in Croatia or Serbia or wherever you are in the world. I connect with you, with everybody, through the air that I breathe. We're all connected. We're all connected by the fact that we all are pulled by the same gravity force to the same planet. So whether we're not aware of it or we are aware of it, we are connected. When we become aware of it, it becomes our superpower. Well, send me questions if you have any questions. Please, if you go to my website, Waking Up Revolution, you can download the ebook, and it's in English. Hey, if there's anybody out there who wants to try to translate in Croatian, I would love that. We can work together. And then, yes, you'll get, every Saturday I send out newsletter, an email with inspiration. Please, I'm here. Ask me questions. If I'm not overwhelmed, I will answer. And now I will invite David to come and join us to sing some music, because for me, music is the way I connect. Music is my connection to the divine. Music is how I best connect with people, how I connect with the big, deep passion that's deep within me. All right, let me see. Let me just go through. Yes, we're ready to connect. Today is 1 year anniversary of my mom's death. A hard day, but then you popped up on my Facebook news feed, and here I am. And I thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Marty, that's a great point. Connecting into your sadness, connecting into all that's there. You know, sometimes we use the reason why we break the connection is because sometimes there are these hard challenging feelings and emotions that we have to connect into and then be aware of them and then let them pass rather than distract from them and never actually go through them. So yes, Marty, I'm so glad you're here and doing this. Julie and Lori are together in Southern California. How awesome. One of my favorite women. I love you guys, ladies, and they were on the cruise with me, and we just had a really great transformational time. And the thing that happened on the cruise, I mean, my sessions were like tiny, just maybe half an hour, 45-minute long, but we experienced all of this. We experienced the connection when you sit under the stars in Croatia, when you sail on that water, and we were able, because it's a small boat, we're able to go to little tiny fishing towns. Not when you're on a big cruise ship, you just kind of like, you have to stay away from those little bays because you can't fit there. So we were able to really connect with the sea and the wind and the sky and with each other and become aware of how God and love connects us all. So yeah, Julie and Lori, please go to Yamashiro for me and toast to life. Lori will tell you what Yamashiro is. Such a great memory. Okay. Oh, Berlin. We have somebody from Berlin. So wonderful. I need to go back to Berlin. I love Berlin. Tomislav has a question. Do you remember when I'm translating, do you remember when you decided to free yourself from the chains that took you down to be who you are, and how did you feel? So there's this incredibly important question that I went back to, and the question is, do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Znači, da li se sjećaš ko si ti bila prije nego što ti je svijet rekao tko ti moraš biti? That's something where I started to question all of my beliefs. And I had to do that in order to, like Tomislav said, to break the chains of who I thought I needed to be. Because we're always afraid. Look, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, Tai Chi, what does she know?" They would say, "Oh, just keep your mouth shut, smile and sing. That's all you're good for." Or even before, they'd be like, "Oh, just smile, unbutton your shirt down. That's all you're good for. You have a great body. That's all you're good for." Well, no, that's a lie. So I had to free myself from those beliefs, from those thoughts, from those chains. And then, I have tons of them in my life. But connecting with who I was before the world told me who I should be in order to be loved, which is a lie. We're all loved the moment we're created, the moment we're born out of love, period. And even if we're not born, if we're like, if we happened to our parents, or some situations are, not everybody's born out of love, unfortunately. We're still born by the love that created us. If you talk to doctors and scientists, they will all tell you that the way our bodies are, the way how every cell knows exactly what to do and how to evolve is incredible. That can't be anything but love energy. You can call it something else. I'm sure scientists call it something else, but I call it love energy. Okay, so yes. Julie sends our love. Yes. Thank you, Julie and Lori. John, we connected on the cruise as a family. Yes, yes. What a blessing it is. Not very many people have that opportunity, especially when you're depressed and going through anxiety and depression. How do you connect when the very thing that holds you back is the fear? When the very thing is you just want to stay home and, cover yourself with a blanket and not connect. And yet connection is what you need to support you to get out to begin to heal. It's complex, but let's not make it complicated. Let's focus. Connection is the first step. Over the next 5 weeks, I'll go through all the 5 steps. So, good luck. And now we're gonna move on to music. David, come on, it's time. Yes, sing Country Roads. Yes.